So we are going to jump right into today's tutorial. Hey, how you doing? Look a little bit crazy, but that's okay. I've already prepped and primed with my Hourglass mineral primer, and we're going to get started with this Bare Pro foundation. I am wearing the shade Clove 28. I do have some reservations about this foundation, and you will soon see why. So I have chosen the shade 28 and I'm just dotting it on my face before I blend it in with my beauty blender. There are two shades darker than this shade. 29 is Truffle, and I have the swatches of 28 and 29, and 30 I believe is Cocoa. So we're blending it out. Now I don't know if you guys can tell, it is kind of blending out to be lighter than how it looks when it comes out of the bottle. You can kind of see it looks like it has a little bit of a golden undertone, and this is the shade that is closest to me, but it is kind of looking, I don't know, I'll let you guys be the judge. So I am blending that out with the Beauty Blender. This is supposed to be a full coverage foundation, and so after this first pump, I'm going to go back and see where I could use a little bit more coverage. So just blending that in. As I start to blend it in a little bit more, it looks a little bit closer to my complexion, but it kind of lost that like gold, that golden undertone. So I'm comparing it to my neck, and it doesn't look terrible. It's not the worst match, but like I said, there's like a golden undertone to my skin, and this kind of just masked it. Masked. I don't know, I can't say that word. Masked. So I'm going ahead and dotting in the places where I need a little bit more coverage and blending that in. This foundation does seem to layer nicely. It just blended right into the layer that I had put on before. No issues there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish blending this out. I'm doing a red glossy eye today, so I look like a vampire of some sorts. I have this bright ass red eyeshadow on, but it'll look will come together hopefully after I'm done. So gonna go ahead and finish the rest of the look and be right back. So we're back, and as you can see, this is why I have an issue with this foundation. For some reason, it like I don't know what the right word for this occurrence is, but it's looking a little ashy. It's looking a little gray. You can't really see it in natural lighting. I did a flash test. It doesn't look too bad, but you can see that my face looks significantly darker than my chest. The time is now 5 o'clock. We're still going to go ahead with this wear test because I want to see how this foundation will wear. It's supposed to be a 24-hour foundation. So another thing I wanted to do is kind of work out with this foundation on. It's supposed to be a 24-hour foundation, but I feel like if I were to work out, it would kind of, because I'm not actually going to wear it for 24 hours, working out will kind of like make it seem like I had it on for more than, a normal amount of hours. I just thought it'd be a fun way to test the foundation. So gonna go work out, gonna go do some errands, and we'll come back and see what this foundation is looking like. So I just finished my workout, and you can kind of see that there's a little bit of dewiness, but really no really sweat or anything or oiliness. It's holding up pretty well. If you look at my chest, now this isn't in the, I gotta catch my breath. This isn't in the, what's it called again? My ring light. This is like my bedroom lights, but there is still a difference. You can see it is a little bit lighter on my face than it is on my chest. But we are I did about like a 2-mile run, enough to break a sweat. So far so good. It's been about 2 hours. I will be back with you guys to give you some more updates throughout the night to see how this foundation is holding up. I'm here in Sephora. Going into about hour 2 or 3. That's how the skin is looking. So the time is now 12:03. It is 12:03. Then about 8 hours. So let's quickly chat about this foundation. So this foundation, I have the shades Clove 28 and Truffle 29. There's only one more shade after this, which is 30, so I used Clove. Now, you guys could kind of see, depending on what lighting I'm in, this foundation looks like it matches me, and then other lightings it doesn't. After a few hours, it's kind of settled in. It looks a little bit better than it did when I first put it on, but you can still kind of see it's like a little ashy on my forehead and, you know, around my face, even though the quality, like my face still looks pretty flawless, better than probably any of my other foundations. It's just that the shade doesn't match. So I just wanted to just check, like, just for myself, like quickly just see, like, did I use the wrong shade? Because I've tried this foundation before, but never under my lights, and so I wasn't sure if I'm just using the wrong shade or, you know, I'm right about this foundation. So we're gonna just try my chest. This is the shade I used. And it seemingly blends in. And then let's try this one. Truffle. Oops. So, yeah, I don't think Truffle is my shade. I put way too much of that on, but yeah, I can really even see where Clove is. It's somewhere over here. And this is Truffle, which is a lot redder and darker. So there's no in-between shade, so I'd probably be an in-between shade. I could probably mix, but I didn't want to do that. I don't like mixing for foundation videos just because obviously I don't want you guys to be able to go out and get one foundation. So I just don't have a shade in this foundation, but as far as the formula goes, it's really, really nice. The only thing I would say is that, you know, this does have SPF in it, and so perhaps that's why, even though it looks like it's melting into my skin initially, which it kind of did too in the video, after a while it starts looking a little bit like cast iron gray, a little bit casket ready. And let's just do another flash test. I did one initially, but let's just do one more. Now we'll do front camera and back camera. So this is the front, and let's do the back. So yeah, when I look at the pictures on my phone, you can see the difference. It's like, I don't know, just things that tend to have SPF in them tend to kind of have this issue. They haven't really figured out a way to make products that have things like SPF and not make them turn the darker colors like gray or ashy looking. And so that's my issue with this formula, this foundation, is that the formula is like almost perfect. It's not 24 hours, but I kind of wanted to do this little athlete, like, you know, will it go through your workout test? Because I used to be a student athlete. I used to run track. I would have to go to class at 10 a.m., go to practice at 1, and go to class again at 4. And so it's like, do I wear no makeup? You know, do I just want to look semi-cute? So I know the struggle of like having a full day and having to work out right in the middle of it. And so, you know, I just thought it would be fun to try out a foundation that claims to be 24-hour wear. In that way, because I'm not going to wear it for 24 hours. I don't want to sleep in my makeup. So, you know, working out kind of accelerates, you know, any kind of wear and tear that might happen throughout a normal day. So I think the formula is bomb, but, you know, for the darker shades, especially that, you know, the difference between these two shades is so much. Like, this one is so much darker and redder than the one that matches me. And I don't think it's oxidizing. I don't know what you call this process, but the fact that it gets kind of like ashy and gray as time wears on is just unfortunate. So, you know, I think this is a really good foundation if you're lighter than me. Perhaps you won't find this problem. I like to mix this foundation with other foundations just because I like that 24-hour power, that formula is good, but I cannot risk, you know, this if I'm going out to an event where my picture is going to be taken. If it's just normal daylight, like, I don't think you can really notice. Like, when I went out and I was like taking pictures on my camera and stuff, and I'll post a picture here, like, I couldn't tell as much with the sun shining, but any kind of like cool lighting, like when I first filmed, I had turned the color balance to like white fluorescent, which is what my ring light is, and that's why it was like such a stark difference. Now I have it back to auto white balance, so it doesn't look as crazy, but in cooler lighting you can definitely see the difference. In warmer lighting it's a little bit better. But so to wrap, do I think this is a 24-hour wear foundation? I think definitely. I have oily combo skin. I think it's definitely combating all the issues, and it's supposed to be good for you. It's bare minerals, and it has sure has minerals and other things, all that good stuff that are good for your face. But the darker shades seem to turn a little bit ashy and gray over time, so I'd be cautious if you are darker than me with this foundation. Plus, it's only 2 shades darker than me, so yeah. Hopefully, bare minerals, you know, maybe they'll reformulate the darker shades. Think about adding some more. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Did a little bit different today. Tell me what you think about this format. If you liked it, didn't like it. Always open to feedback. And yeah, I'm pretty tired, so I want to go wash my face. I'll leave you here, and thank you as always for watching. And this has been Ofune with your foundation review at Cookswatch's YouTube channel, and I will see you next time.